days after that deadly Delhi terror attack, some within India have come forward to sympathize with the terrorists, trying to highlight external factors that possibly drove the likes of Umar Nabi and others to take this drastic step. Congress MP Imran Masood, for example, has alleged that the government wants to destroy Muslim universities because of the action that is taking place at Al Falah University, and that Dr. Umar Nabi was just a misguided youth. PDP Chief Mehbooba Mufti has said that Kashmir's woes are being expressed in Delhi and that the blast was a result of the problems they face in Kashmir. Congress leader Hussain Dalvi called the attack repercussions of injustice in Kashmir. He even went on to question the timing of the blast and demanded a probe. And PDP leader Iltija Mufti also has now said that Kashmiris are trapped in a vicious cycle and that all Muslims will be vilified because of actions of a few. But can the sympathy card work anymore? Can it be justified? Congress claims the bomber Dr. Umar Nabi was a misguided youth, but the truth is he was a doctor, he was a highly educated professional, but also a highly radicalized one. Congress says the crackdown by agencies is an attempt to destroy Muslim universities, but the reason of this crackdown is misappropriation of funds that have come out. And should the government not investigate a university where multiple of their employees have come under the scanner of a terror probe? The PDP says Delhi blast is a repercussion of injustice in Kashmir. But do you remember this Umar Nabi 2-month-old video? In that video, he's not talking about injustices. He's not talking about Kashmir. He's giving a religious justification to his actions. So these terror apologists are back out in the open. But does the sympathy card work anymore? Our special guests are joining us in just a bit.
क्या वजह है कि इन लोगों को इतना बड़ा फैसला करना पड़ा कि अपनी जान भी देनी पड़ी और इतना बड़ा एक्सप्लोजन करके बेगुनाहों को मारना पड़ा?
ये भटके हुए नौजवान है, ये भटका हुआ दिमाग है। भटका हुआ दिमाग इस्लाम की सही तस्वीर पेश नहीं कर सकता।
वोट बैंक के नाम पर आतंकी बचाओ गैंग फिर से एक बार काम पर।
I want to go across to our guest joining us. Feroz Bhakt Ahmed is former Chancellor of Manu University, and also Zafar Sareshwala, who's also former Chancellor of the university. I do thank you both for your time. Zafarji, I begin with you. This whole attitude of these individuals who commit terrorist acts being Bhatkawa Naujawan, I thought we had left this behind. We had moved on from this, but it seems some members of the community are still making the same excuses.
Actually, unfortunately, they are the ones who you bring on TV. There is very large section, sane voices in the community who never get chance to come. Like, for example, me. Because your television networks don't want sane voices of Muslims who talk sense. You bring typical 3-inch ki dadi, 6-inch ki topi, kurta, pajama. And then it is reflected that this is the community. It is not. And I'm telling you this. Under any circumstances, this kind of act is not allowed in Islam. Whatever. No reason to give any that this is happening or that is happening. No. Islam doesn't allow this kind of act under any circumstances. It is pure terrorism and it is a grave sin. If they would have been in any Islamic country or in Islamic rule, they would have been hanged publicly or stoned to death. This is the least.
Firozji, I want to ask you, I mean, at one level, we can blame the media for highlighting some of these voices that are problematic. But the problem is that they're not just, mullahs, as they call them. There are parliamentarians, there are politicians, senior politicians in Kashmir, in Delhi, in UP who are making these statements. So, sir, I don't think the blame can lie alone with the media, right? What do you think?
Shivani, I agree with you, and also with Zafar Sahab, who says that the voices of sanity and reason, they are not brought forth. We will not be, it's a different thing that the world will tell. However, people should not talk like apologists. like Farooq Abdullah or some MP from Saharanpur, whatever. See, and it is rightly said, Islam is a religion of peace. But when such things happen, then such terms are also coined, and this term was coined in the West, and this term says that all the Muslims are not terrorists, but all the terrorists are Muslims. This is very unfortunate, right? And I mean, we do not side with this kind of statement, but to say that these are the people who are wayward, bhatke huए, basic thing is that people who have their say in the society, people who actually try to balance on all the sides, these people should be taken into confidence. They should be, in fact, guiding the entire community, though we are not the thekedars of the community. However, this kind of terror, it is completely, it is not to be accepted by any means. It's
Okay.
a devilish, it's a totally something which can never be,
I understand
accepted.
that. But the problem is, and Zafarji, I come back to you with this, is that, Islamic terrorism is not new. And what Firozji also said, there is a whole industry of Islamic terrorism that has been rationalized in the name of Islam or religion. And it's not just in India, it's happening all over the world. So responsibility lies from those within the community, right, to figure out what is right and wrong, and not allow, if they say these are misinterpretations, to not allow these misinterpretations to take place.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, we need to identify, yes, this is my disease. And till I don't accept that I have disease inside, I cannot have any cure. So I don't accept, yes, these are Muslims. They take name of Islam. When they detonate, they use the name of Allah. And these are the people who need to be taken head on by the Muslim community. I always tell this because I have been working and I have faced myself. I am doing an initiative called Talim o Tarbiyat. Means where we teach basic education, basic finance, capital market, entrepreneurship, and also Tarbiyat means character building also we do. We also tell the youth that these are the things going to come. And I had done these programs, at least 7, in Kashmir, in Srinagar, in Pulwama, in Shopian, in Kargil, in Poonch, and in Leh, Ladakh. I traveled at least 14 times Kashmir. We did in Bandipur, even the ladies program. And yes, I myself encountered such elements. They threatened me. In fact, when we did a program in Pulwama, we could do the male program where about 1,500 Kashmiri youth were there. But we could not do the female program, the ladies program, which was going to be in Girls Polytechnic. The military came and they said, Zafar, they just whisked me away. They said, Zafar bhai, aapko khatra hai. और बोले ये प्रोग्राम अब यहाँ नहीं हो सकता. So I had encountered and I told these people there कि देखो तुम्हारे अंदर ऐसे लोग हैं, अगर तुमने इनको, if you have not encountered and taken head on, जो आने वाली मुसीबत होगी वो ऐसी होगी कि तुम बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकोगे. This I had said in 2023 and now look what is happening. A few Kashmiri, they have done this and now every Kashmiri is under bullet. People are talking whether we should go to a Kashmiri doctor or not. And because of these minority, the micro minority, it is being targeted that Islam is this. So yes, they are very micro minority, but they are within us and we need to take them head on. Because it has nothing to do with Islam. Omar's video, it is pathetic. It is anti-Islam. Islam does not permit suicide under any circumstances. And killing of innocent, under any circumstances, it's not permitted in Islam. In fact, when you are at war, even where you are at war, you are fighting, even then Islam has clear-cut guidelines that when you are war, the enemy is there. You cannot kill the children of enemy. You cannot kill the women of enemy.
Right.
The old people, the religious heads. You cannot desecrate the place of worship. You cannot attack the agriculture. So even in war, and there is a hadith of Prophet which says that वो हम में से नहीं जिसके हाथ से और जिसकी जुबान से लोग महफूज ना रहें. It's not about Muslim. So these people are misusing the Islamic and taking cover under Islam. So it is our duty now.
Okay.
We cannot keep quiet. So only condemnation will not
Not be enough. But the problem is, you're talking about a minority, a micro minority that has overtaken the entire image of the Muslim community all over the world. Feroz ji, from what I understand, Islam is, very clear about what is Islamic, not Islamic. It doesn't really deviate, right? Unlike some other religions where interpretations or changes or forward movement is allowed. It is what it is. Then how come there is so much misinterpretation about what Islam says or doesn't say? Where does it come from?
True, Shivani. Let me tell you one thing. My learned colleague was saying something about the peaceful aspect of Islam. Another hadith says, Hubbul Watni Nisful Iman. I would say that the entire Iman of a Muslim is to love his or her homeland, to be faithful to his or her homeland. This is what we have been doing. However, unfortunately, see, Islam is one. I also do not take very, in fact, I don't welcome this phrase, Islamic terrorism, because Islam is a religion of peace. However, if some, as some politician also said, I am not siding with politician, I am not repeating his remark. If some people who are wayward, if some people who are trying to politicize Islam in their own way, who are trying to make 72 sects of Islam, Islam is only one. That is a problem with some of these people. And rightly said by my colleague that Islam is one religion in which if you take the life of a single innocent person, it is taking the life of the entire planet. All these things are very clear in Islam.
Okay.
However, it's very unfortunate, and we should take these people by the horn, and we should come onto the roads, and all these things should be done, because these people, and as rightly said, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said these people are not from amongst us. But despite that, these things are happening.
No, so that's the question that arises. Why so much misinterpretation? Why are so many people convinced with it? In fact, Zafar ji, I want to end with you. You mentioned this video of Umar Nabi, right? It has taken everybody by shock. In that video, what comes out is this concept of martyrdom. And you would notice that in common parlance, everybody keeps talking about those 72 hoors, this concept of jihad, Islamic jihad against others, non-Muslims. Do you think these are the issues that are misinterpreted, or they are the root of the cause or the problem that is happening?
I confronted this in Kashmir when they came and they threatened me कि आप यहाँ program नहीं करोगे. So I said कि मैं borderline. This is what I told them. So somebody said यार आपके जैसा मर्द हमने नहीं देखा. ये श्रीनगर में. I said मेरी borderline ये है कि देखो ये program तो होगा. Education to entrepreneurs we did in Sher-e-Kashmir Convention Center. Okay. I said ये program तो होगा. अगर ये program नहीं हुआ तो मैं समझूंगा जफर सरेश वाला के ऊपर कोई खुदा की जात है जो मेरे इरादे से भी पावरफुल है. ये होगा. अब बताओ, मैंने बोला ये जो आप बता रहे हो ना हूर तो नहीं मिलेगी, जन्नत का खुशबू नहीं देखोगे, जहन्नम में जाओगे. इसलिए कि जो तुम कर रहे हो जिससे बेगुनाह, अगर हिम्मत है हाँ तो जाओ आर्मी के सामने, हाँ इजराइल की आर्मी के सामने जाके लड़ो. लेकिन एक इजराइल का यहूदी नॉर्मल टेल अवीव के अंदर एक नॉर्मल यहूदी को मारने का कहां से गुंजाइश है? अगर आपको लड़ना है तो जाइए, जंग में जाइए, फाइट इन द वॉर, डिक्लेयर वॉर. मैंने बोला ये टेररिज्म जो है ना, आपको अगर इतना ही लड़ने का शौक है तो डिक्लेयर वॉर. इस्लाम के भी एक उसूल और ज़ाब्ते हैं. ये 72 हूरें तो नहीं मिलेगी, जहन्नम में जलोगे हमेशा के लिए. तो यस, लॉन्ग लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल देयर इज वेरी प्रेवलेंट इन बोथ द राइट विंग and also the jihadi. It is a concept called Ghazwa-e Hind, hadith of Ghazwa-e Hind. Now this is a false hadith. This hadith is false, and it was argued more than 1,000 years back that this hadith is false. Darul Deoband has written a book on it, but unfortunately what happens कि वो जो है वो आता नहीं है, जो गलत चीज आ जाती है. Likewise, there are some verses in Quran which were for a particular moment, but that moment finished, which is called कि भाई एक मेरी और आपकी सपोज एयरलाइन में कोई बात हो रही है तो वो पर्टिकुलर उस वक्त की थी. You cannot extrapolate everywhere. So, like for example, I've been talking that there is some constitution law in our constitution, but an amendment has come. So it is no more that the amendment is there. So what you are doing, that something which is changed by the Prophet later on, you don't want to talk about that, but something which is actually nullified, you talk about that. So now it is the duty of the Islamic scholars to pinpoint the wrong and the falsehood which these people are propagating. And yes, most of them I've seen these characters in England and in France also. Most of them are university educated. Very few madrasa bred have gone there. Even in Pakistan, very few. Unfortunately, they live under that, that because lot of political leaders, they have been sitting in Kashmir, for example, here, Muslims under siege, persecution of Muslims.
Yes.
In fact, I was in US.
No, sorry, I have
3
limited
weeks,
time.
4
Zafar ji,
weeks
sorry, I have limited
I
time,
don't
but
want
you
to-
touched upon a very important issue. I want to give Feroz ji final 30 seconds on it. Is the polity of our country also to blame for this? Because they keep spreading this idea of Muslim victimhood and perpetuating some sort of response to that victimhood, as Kashmiri politicians are doing today. So very quickly, 30 seconds.
No. You see, we have to move away from the vote bank politics. And finally, in the words of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and this message is very clear. हमको हमारे नबी ने ये बात बताई है कि दुनिया में रहने वाले सभी भाई भाई हैं. We are all brothers, no matter what caste, creed, religion we belong to, according to Islam, according to the Holy Quran. And Allah is Rabbul Alameen. He is not the God of only Muslims. He is the God of Hindus, Sikhs, Jews, Christians, everyone. And Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he is actually Rahmatul Lil Alameen, blessing for all. This is what all Muslims have to follow. And unfortunately, if these things are happening, which happened in Sharm el Sheikh, in Indian Parliament or Red Fort, I mean, this is not something which is Islamic at all.
So
But
time for Muslims to come together and reclaim what is their religion, because these actions keep happening. There are justifications given for them too, and it's not just in India; it's happening all over the world. Something possibly needs to be done from within the community. I do thank